This video is brought to you by the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, celebrating its 45th anniversary this year on March 11th, and you can stream the entire Winnie the Pooh collection right now on Disney+.
Seb.
Hey Jim, this is amazing.
You've got your own green screen.
Yes, I do. I'm glad you guessed.
Yeah, is that what's happening there? Is that your wall or is that a green screen?
It's a green screen. It's a green screen.
Wow. Do you do stop action or
I sure do.
effects?
I'm still getting used to using the green screen doing my videos and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Do you do videos like for YouTube or?
I sure do. Trailer reactions and vlogs, almost anything you can think of.
Wow, that's nice. Like Martian heffalumps?
Yeah, I think so. You could say that again.
Okay, good for you. Where do you live? Where are you calling from?
Well, I'm calling from my new house in Corston, England.
In where?
It's in Corston. It's outside of the city of Bath.
Oh, sure. As in Teka.
Yes, I think so.
Very cool. Oh, it's beautiful. What's your weather like these days?
Well, we already have spring here. It's barely cloudy and sunny on some days.
Oh, yeah. Is that where you were born?
Yes, that's where I was born, but my family's Canadian.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So is my wife.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Know that. Okay,
Yeah.
so I got some questions for you, and I'm sure you have a couple answers as well.
I do.
Winnie the Pooh wise, do you remember the first Winnie the Pooh movie you watched before playing the voice of Pooh and Tigger?
Oh, well, sure. It was the three that they put together. Winnie the Pooh and A Day for Eeyore, Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2. And,
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. And that was out when I was a kid, so I had no idea I'd end up being Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2.
Me neither. And the next question, this year marks the 10th anniversary of the self-titled Winnie the Pooh movie. And out of all the songs featured in that movie written by the Lopez's, which one was your favorite and why?
Oh, gosh. You got me. Name your favorite, and I'll tell you.
Probably Everything is Honey, because I wish that everything in this room would be made of honey 24/7.
Yeah, that's the same. Man, I have the same one. It was great, Yeah. Everything is honey. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Makes you want to walk along and have a smack roll, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
And finally, I want to say thank you so much for bringing Winnie the Pooh into my childhood and into my life. So happy, and thank you for the bottom of my heart so much.
Well, God bless you, Seb. Live long and prosper, like they say on Vulcan. Take care.
Yeah.
Thank you, pal.
Hi,
Hello
Jim.
there, Seb. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
I like your artwork.
Oh, yeah, thank you. It was my brother's. He did this for me a couple years ago.
Oh, that's great. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Bath, in England.
Oh, you're in the bathtub?
No, I'm not. I'm behind my.
Oh, you mean the city of Bath? Oh, that explains
Bath.
the lack of plumbing.
Yeah.
Excellent. What time is it over there?
It's already around 11 p.m. British Standard Time. So
Yes.
I'm trying to stay up as long as possible for this session.
So am I.
Yeah. So I think I'm ready for my photo op. If that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Oh yeah.
All right, ready?
Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Perfect.
No, I forgot the photo op. Yeah, feel free to remind me. Good man.
Thank you.
What's it say on your shirt?
Oh, it's the quote from Christopher Robin.
Oh, yes.
Is it okay if you say this in your Pooh voice for me?
Well, people say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day.
Oh my gosh. You give me all to do that.
Oh, that's great.
And
Oh, yeah.
now I've got some questions for you. Last time I spoke with you, I only had
Yes.
enough for 2. So here goes nothing. So whilst playing your characters from different animated projects, were there any special vocal exercises you had to do, and were you inspired by other voice actors who played the same characters on screen?
Well, I don't smoke, things like that, and I do scales, la, 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 things like that, and I don't. When I go to a football game, sporting event, or concert, or anything like that, I'm not the guy who's screaming and yelling. 'Cause that wears you out. And just to stay healthy and just a pretty standard regimen. You never want to drink milk before you do some recording because that creates a phlegmy sound. And other than that, just good old clean living.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I do have one question, and it's to do on the Tasmanian Devil from the Looney Tunes. And how did you manage to put on your best Taz voice in some of the Looney Tunes projects that you took part in?
Oh, well, we have a movie out called Space Jam 2 right now. I don't know if it's oh, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it twice now.
You saw it twice. Oh, well, good. Yeah, well, Taz is like, I jokingly call him the anti-Pooh. I'm Winnie the Pooh and the anti-Pooh, and the anti-Pooh would be Taz, so, but it's a lot of fun. I'm sure glad you enjoy it.
Sure do. It has all the One Brothers Easter eggs and big guns.
Yeah. Did you catch a few? Because I don't think I did.
I caught Scooby-Doo and the Iron Giant. And,
yes. That kind of thing. Yeah.
But there are tons.
Did you see the Animaniacs sitting up on the water tower?
I think so. I probably wasn't looking properly.
Yeah. But I thought that was kind of cute. Having the Yakko, Wacko, and Dot sitting up there watching the show, watching the game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's another question on Winnie the Pooh. And this year celebrates the 95th anniversary of the original Winnie the Pooh. And even though the Disney Pooh movies and TV shows were inspired by adapted by the A.A. Milne stories,
yes.
Do you have a favorite Pooh book in particular growing up?
Gosh, not really. I think we had one that was a lot of short stories and almost like poetry. And there was one about standing on the stair halfway between here and there. That was very sweet. I haven't read it in a long time, Seb. Now, is Seb short for Sebastian?
Yes, it is.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Sebastian? I played King Triton in the third Little Mermaid movie.
Yeah,
so I'm used to saying things like, Sebastian, Ariel.
And rest in peace, Sam Wright, by the way, who played the other Seb.
Yes, he did.
We still miss him. And now, to end on a lighter note, I have a few other Winnie the Pooh collectibles that I have.
Well, let me see.
Besides the artwork and the Pooh Bear I'm holding in my hands.
Yes. Let's take a look.
These two I have are my very first Winnie the Pooh and Tigger toys from when I was small. Yeah,
oh, that's great.
I still keep them with me.
And rightly so. Good job, Seb.
Yeah, is it okay if you do your Pooh and Tigger voice for me?
Well, I suppose so. But I'd have to do a little extra bouncing. I don't know. And I don't have a nose.
Oh, man. Again, it gives me all the feels.
Oh, that's good. It's you right in the feels.
The next one, I have the Disney Winnie the Pooh.
That is a very dashing Pooh.
Yeah,
but it looks more like you and McGregor.
Yeah, in Christopher Robin.
Yes.
That movie That movie made me cry, and that
Yeah,
brings me
me
back.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it made me cry too. Well, Seb,
yeah,
I thank you so much for giving me a call again. It was good to see you again.
you're welcome.
So do me a
And
favor and say hello to the family.
I will.
All right.
And don't forget
Thanks,
the
buddy.
honey.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks, pal.
Hey
Hey,
guys,
there's
before we
Seb.
get started, let me grab a photo if you'll give me a great big smile.
Okay, let's do this.
Got it, you're good to go.
All
Oh
right.
my gosh. Great to see you again, Jim.
Yes, indeed. Yes, and I see you've got some familiar artwork on the wall behind you.
Um, as you saw last time, this was my brother's piece of artwork that he did a couple years ago.
Yes.
And on my right, I have your autographed snapshots of
Yes.
the Pooh films, and I want to say thank you for making my 2021 a really good one.
Oh, good. Good.
I
Where
mean,
where you living, Seb?
I'm still living in the city of Bath in the UK.
Bath?
Yes, the city of Bath.
Oh, yes.
I,
Where
I,
is that? I don't know what's the major city around there.
it's in the Somerset area, I think. I think that's about all I can tell you.
Oh, okay. All righty.
Okay, so let's get things started, or should I say, let's get dangerous.
Yes,
As it
there you
says
go.
on your T-shirt, I love it.
Are you a
Hey.
Darkwing fan?
Yes, I've seen the whole season on Disney Plus, and it's amazing.
Oh, good. Excellent. What was your favorite episode?
It's hard to figure out which episode I liked, but I gotta say all of them. I should say all of them. Probably the one where you shrank down to the size of a mouse, I think. Maybe it was the pilot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got to ask you, who is your favorite villain?
My favorite villain? Oh my gosh, there's too many of them. I wish I had the right answer.
Yeah. Well, I like Megavolt.
Yeah, I'll stick with Megabolt. I'll stick with
Yeah,
Meg.
and Negaduck, that's an easy one, but he's like the
Okay.
anti-Darkwing.
Yeah.
Did
Now,
you ever notice that Negaduck has the same coloring of outfit as Kid Flash in the comic books? If you've ever seen that,
yeah, I think I have.
that's an
Anyway.
old one. Yeah.
Here's your first question. Using your best voice impressions, can you describe each of the following characters in 3 words? I'll read the names out to you. First off, Pete from Mickey Mouse.
Well, the thing about Pete is he's going to be elected Father of the Year. There's
Uh.
no doubt it. There you go, buddy.
And next, Monterey Jack. Did I say the first name right?
Monterey Jack, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
How-
I can't talk about that. Not without a slice of cheese.
I was just about to mention the slice of cheese. Third, Darkwing Duck.
Well, Darkwing is the terror that flaps in the night, the winged scourge that pecks at your nightmares. I am Darkwing Duck. So
Yeah.
let's get dangerous.
Just like the quote on your T-shirt.
Just like on my T-shirt, yeah.
Fourth, there was King Triton from Little Mermaid 3.
Ariel, you must be a friend of Sebastian.
That might be me. Not singing.
Yeah. So,
Number
yeah,
5.
man.
Number
Who's
5.
that?
Number 5, Tigger. How would you describe him in 3 words?
Well, tigers are wonderful things. Their tops are made out of rubber, and their bottoms are made out of springs.
And
Yeah,
finally,
Tigers are now. What is Tigger's favorite pastime?
I really don't know the answer to
What
that.
would his favorite? Do you know what Tigger's favorite hobby would be?
I'm probably bouncing 24/7 around the 100-acre wood.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good answer.
And finally, Winnie the Pooh.
I'm sorry. I can't do poo unless you've got a smackerel of honey for me.
Oh, I'm sure I can find some for you the next time we meet.
Okay. Well, next time, yeah. So,
Okay.
do you? I don't know how things are over there, but do you think you'll be going to any Comic-Con conventions
in the future?
I really haven't thought of that yet, but it would be awesome.
Yeah.
It would be.
Are there a lot of them over there nowadays?
I wish I knew, because the last time I went to a convention, it was at a gaming convention in Birmingham with my school students. Yeah, it would be.
Were you born in England?
I was born in England, raised by a Canadian family.
Oh yeah, my wife's Canadian.
Yes.
Wonderful people.
Yeah. Anyways, second question. When I watched your D23 video on the Darkwing Duck quote, I was like, wow, I couldn't believe how this guy has voiced so many characters and not just Pooh and Tigger. And how did you manage to change your voice for each animated character you have played? Like, did you have to improvise to help develop the character?
Sure. Yeah. Well, for me, I started off in plays as a kid. I was probably in my first play when I was 5 or 6, or younger than 10, certainly. And I didn't want to be like the cute little kid next door, blah blah blah. I wanted to be the weasel or the gremlin that lived under the bridge, or the donkey or something. I didn't want to be like a normal character. I wanted to be the wizard or something like that. So for me, having said that, I would always want to assign a different voice. I wanted him to sound, very wizardly, or whatever, that occurred to me. And so as a result, I was kind of doing research for the future, the career that I was going to have in the future, because each one of those characters had a different sound. They had a different voice. And also there was a comedian that had a TV show over here in America, and he was a very famous guy, long passed away. He was much older. His name was Jack Benny, and he had a show. It was a variety show. It was a comedy show. It was very funny. And there was a guy on the show, and he would always come out and he would do different voices and, stuff like that. And my dad, I remember I was 5 years old, and they was doing a skit in which this man had a sombrero on and a serape, like a sort of a Mexican style jacket on over his suit coat.
Yeah.
So you knew he wasn't really from Mexico, but he was talking like this, and he said that his name was Sai.
Wow.
And my dad says to me, he goes, now you see this guy right here? I said, yeah. He goes, his name is Mel Blanc, and he does all the voices for all those cartoon characters you like to watch on Saturday morning: Bugs Bunny, Tasmanian Devil, Daffy Duck, Sylvester the Cat. That's him.
Wow.
And all I could think of, yeah. And my dad said, that's all coming from this one guy. And I thought, wow, I bet he doesn't have to stand in the corner for making weird sounds, so, which I did. And I knew right then and there at the age of 5 that when I got older, I was going to do that.
Wow.
So, yeah, so I had my work cut out for me. I wasn't scratching my head like a lot of people. They get into college, they get all the way out of college, and they still don't know what they want to do. So it was a blessing, it was a fortunate thing for me, I think, that I knew what I wanted to do when I was 5. And so I did it.
That's insane. That's a really great story there, Jim. And now onto the next question. For Euro Disney, as you can tell by the sweatshirt I'm wearing, it's of Disneyland Paris. They're celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. Have you been to the Euro Disney in Paris before?
No, I never have been. I've never even been to Paris. I'd love to go.
Yeah, you have to check it out. That is, once it's safe enough to travel.
Oh, it's safe.
But
are you guys locked down with you're not locked down with this COVID silliness, are you?
No,
I didn't think so.
Anyways, across the border, like in the Disney parks in America, do you have a favorite Disney themed attraction whether it's a roller coaster or something much more of a quiet and calming type of attraction, like It's a Small World.
Well, it's definitely not It's a Small World, because that song will be in your head all day.
Yeah.
So, and I like the Winnie the Pooh ride. I like the ones I'm on. And I like Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run,
Wow.
because Hondo Onaka is my guy. And it's kind of nice. I get to steal the Millennium Falcon about, I don't know, a few hundred times a day and take it for a spin. It's a lot of fun.
It does
Stop
look
by
like
and I'll give you a free ride sometime.
definitely.
Tell
And
them Hondo sent you.
yep, and before we finish, I can tell by the time I have a couple things I want to show you, starting
Yeah,
from
please.
small to big.
Sure,
Starting
sure.
with Long John Silver from The Page Master.
Oh, yes. I remember him well.
So do
Very nice. Yep, that's me. Good
Yeah.
job. I don't know where you get these things.
Yeah. And right here, I got this for Christmas last year. It's a Winnie the Pooh film cell that I got from my parents.
That's
And-
wonderful.
Yeah, and if you can see right here, I don't know if this is the right angle, but probably right here you could see a film strip from Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree, where Pooh is stuck right outside of Rabbit's front door.
Oh, that's great, pal.
Yeah.
That's great. Good
Yeah.
job.
Thank you. And
That's really cool.
out to the much bigger prize. This was a gift from my aunt across the border, across the ocean. It's from the.
Oh,
It's very big.
wow.
I love it. I love it so much.
Oh, that's great. Good for you. That's a beauty. That last one's really something.
Thank you.
That's quite a collection you've got there.
Definitely. How by the time we're nearly out of time, so thank you, Jim, for making my evening, and
Yes.
be sure to keep us Disney fans in your life, like myself
Okay.
included. We all love you, and I'm going to be really excited to see what you do next.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
All right, Seb.